The lovely hostess here is Mrs. Lakshmi Swaminathan, who is a renowned dancer, the founder and the guru of Natanjali School of Dance located in Bethesda, Maryland. Let's view Mrs. Swaminathan's presentation for this week.
Namaskaram. My name is Lakshmi Swaminathan and welcome to the world of Bharatanatyam. Today I am in conversation with 4 of my students, Natananjali alums, Ananya Mishra, Soumya Mishra, Anusha Yedla and Shanti Tillaraja, and we are going to talk about dance and their experience learning and performing Bharatanatyam. Welcome to the show, Ananya, Soumya, Shanti and Anusha. You have all been a part of our show when you have performed for the world of Bharatanatyam, but this is the first time we are all going to be talking about dance. I want to begin by asking you the first question. You can answer in random order, okay? It doesn't have to be, you go in the way you're sitting, the order in which you're sitting. But let me start with you, Ananya.
Okay.
What made you learn dance, and in particular Bharatanatyam?
So, can I actually pass that on to Soumya first? Because
Okay.
I think
So when I was little, I really wanted to be a ballerina. And I begged my parents to take me to ballet classes. And my parents were like, oh, if she wants to dance, we should put her in Indian dance. So they put me in Bharatanatyam. And as a result, Anna kind of got dragged along into whatever I wanted to do. Because we always did the same things growing up.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Ananya's initiation into Bharatanatyam is thanks to Soumya. Okay, Shanti, how about you?
So I think I started when I was 5 or 6, and I just remember my mom taking me to class one day. I don't remember it being a conscious choice. I remember my best friends, Meva and Shani, they all did dance, so I think that dragged me into it as well.
Okay, how about you, Anusha?
I always liked watching other people dance when I was growing up, so my mom was like, oh, maybe you should be a part of it too, so she joined me.
Okay, so I guess it's a bit of my sister wanted to do dance, so I got pushed into doing dance. My mother didn't give me a choice, and I think of all of them, you're the one who actually really wanted to do Bharatanatyam, I guess, right? Okay, so you have all been learning with me for several years now, and you have all finished your Arangetram. Ananya and Soumya, you did yours in 2011. Shanti and Anusha, you had your Arangetram last summer. So can you describe a little bit your journey, your process of learning dance? I know your mom took you, but I'm assuming at some point you wanted to stay with it. So can you just tell us how you enjoyed the process?
Yeah, no, so I definitely enjoyed it. It was definitely a journey. I'm one who made a lot of mistakes. So I think it taught me a lot about resilience and keeping on trying. And I started enjoying the process as I continued my journey with dance. I had a lot of friends with dance, and so that also helped motivate me. And I learned a lot about teamwork through that. And I learned about how to learn and how to practice and how to accomplish things. And so I really enjoyed it.
Oh, wonderful. Thanks for that lovely answer, Shanti. And what about you, Anusha?
There were a lot of ups and downs, ups where you work with your entire group to accomplish the group dance, and then downs where you make a mistake and it doesn't go so well. But I learned to enjoy it, and I learned a lot about my culture, and I felt connected, also, growing up in America, and yeah.
Awesome. And what about you, Soumya?
I think my Arangetram for me made me a lot more confident as a dancer, and also it made me a lot more passionate about it, because I definitely had enjoyed it before that point, but I didn't look forward to it nearly as much as I started to at that time, which is kind of funny because most people say that it's the toughest time, but it was also the most fun time and the time where I learned the most and began to enjoy it the most.
What about you, Ananya?
I think that growing up, I was very proud of being Indian, which was a big difference between me and Soumya, and so I really loved learning about my culture and my heritage through dance because I didn't really have any other source for that. And so I think that was one of my favorite things, and at the same time I was learning what felt like it could be a lifelong skill. And I think the combination of both those things and the fact that I could show off to my friends was really fun for me when I was younger.
So what I'm really getting from all of you is when you are actually learning and you're performing with your friends and with your batchmates, there's a whole lot of teamwork involved, trying to coordinate, trying not to mess up and things like that. But when you are training for your Arangetram, on the other hand, it's a solo dance debut, so the entire focus is on you. And what made you, let me just ask, what made you decide? It's not necessary that if you are learning an Indian classical dance form and specifically Bharatanatyam that you have to perform your Arangetram. So what made you decide that you wanted to do an Arangetram? Let's start with that question. Okay, Ananya, go.
So I think that going into my Arangetram, it just felt like something that I should do sort of as a next step, because as I grew older, dance became a more serious passion of mine and not just something to show off to my friends. And so I was like, if I want to be a good dancer, then I should do my Arangetram. It seemed very logical to me. Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Samia?
I think for me it was also a lot like the accomplishment of having been able to do that, because I know we watched a couple and they were just like really incredible, and the idea of being able to dance for 2 hours straight was like, I would really like to be able to do that, so it was a lot of that.
Okay, what about you, Anusha?
Going in, I wasn't really sure at first, but then I really, I've been doing dance for such a long time, and it was like a milestone that a lot of dancers accomplish, and I wanted to be a part of that, and it's more like an initiation, not like a graduation, so I wanted to improve myself.
Awesome. What about you?
I think I was definitely inspired by a lot of the older dancers, and I saw how they were changed as dancers and how this big accomplishment changed them and changed how they dance, and I thought that was really cool. And I also just wanted to show a lot of people I cared about what I've been doing for the past 12 years.
Wonderful. So now that we have established why you wanted to do your Arangetram, how was the actual process of preparing for your Arangetram? Who wants to take the question first?
I can take it.
Okay.
So it was definitely really difficult, but to an extent, I enjoyed it a lot because we got to bond with you a lot, and we kind of got to spend, because I did it with Anna, and we all got to spend a lot of time together working on it. And for me, overall, it was actually a really fun process. I enjoyed it so much.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. What about you, Ananya?
I felt like I really struggled with it because I also think that I had taken on a lot besides dance at the time.
I remember.
And so I think I got to this point where I also sort of learned how to be honest with myself about what my limits were, and also to accept the fact that I was doing really badly and I needed to sort of just really focus in and start working on it. And I think that was really important for me to go through as a person, and it also helped me become better as a dancer.
Yeah, I think I should mention over here that when Ananya and Soumya were training for their Arangetram, I used to have them come 5 times a week, and they would have to do their entire Margam. And Ananya would come from 8 to 10, do her Margam, and then go to George Mason for a whole day's internship there.
Yeah.
So that was a crazy schedule, let me just say that. But then I was very happy with the end result. So you have to work hard for whatever you want to achieve in life, right? Life lesson right there. What about you, Shanti?
No, I definitely enjoyed it a lot. I had to learn a lot about prioritizing, because at that point, it was the summer, and so I had to say, I'm going to go dance instead of going hang out with my friends or, doing other things. And I thought it was really worth it in the end. And it also was such a fun experience. My whole family got back together, and it was a really good experience.
Yeah, so if I might just say a little something about the preparation for your Arangetram, I think I didn't let you go for your beach week, right? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so it is serious. Training for an Arangetram is serious, and you have to realize that. And hopefully when you have your Arangetram and you do it really well, it compensates for not having gone to beach week. Yes. What about you, Anusha?
It was really tedious at first because I had to learn a lot of dances before it came, because I was a little behind. But in the end, with all the practice and everything, it really helped me, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Good. I'm glad to hear that for all of you, Arangetram was a good experience, because when we are going through the Arangetram practice, I always tell you, right, by the end of it, you're either going to love dance or you're going to hate dance. You're either going to love me or you're going to hate me. So considering where you are all now in your dance journey, I can safely, I guess, assume that you all love dance. Yes. Because now that you have finished your Arangetrams, usually we see a lot of dancers, dance students, once they have completed their Arangetram and they go off to college, it's a little difficult to maintain the pace at which you had been dancing prior to going off to college, because going to college brings with it a lot of different kinds of commitments, right? And to find the time and space for you to practice and continue it on your own, because you are not no longer with your guru training under her or him. So it takes a different kind of dedication to want to be able to continue dancing once you're in college. And I'm so proud to say that I am so happy that all of you are continuing dance. I have to say that there are a lot of girls who do continue as well. And you have a lot of Indian classical dance teams in colleges nowadays, which gives you the platform to continue your love and passion for Bharatanatyam, right? So I want to start with you, Ananya, because I know that you, when you went to VCU, you did not have an Indian classical dance team, and you are one of the founders,
Yes.
right?
So yeah, when I went to college, my first semester of college, I didn't do classical dance at all. I think I might have like tried to find a space and do it in my room once, because I was like, I miss this so much, but I didn't really have any opportunities to do classical dance. And I was actually really lucky to meet another student who sort of shared that passion for classical dance that I had. And we started off just dancing by ourselves, and then we found two other girls who also did classical, or who were classically trained. And I think from there we ended up choreographing a performance for our International Cultural Festival, and at that point we just had so much energy and we were having so much fun together, and we were like, we should just start a team. So that's what we ended up doing after that. That was 2013.
Okay, so do you want to tell our viewers what the name of your team is?
Yeah, so the name of my team is Tandavam at VCU is the official name.
And Soumya, you're a part of Tandavam
Yes.
too now, right? Okay, so what about you, Shanti?
Yeah, so when I went to college, it was so nice to start dancing, just because like that sense of familiarity. Like when you do your Arangetram, you're dancing like 4 times a week practicing, and it was just so nice like going to a new environment, somewhere where you are unfamiliar with it, to have a sense of familiarity, and it gives you such a nice community of people as well.
So you are a part of?
Pentalana.
Okay, and how about you?
UMD is very diverse. I decided to join their classical dance team, Moksha, which is different than I anticipated, because it's not just Bharatanatyam. Like they include Kuchipudi and Kathak in some of their dances, and it really helped broaden my horizons.
Wonderful. So you're all enjoying your dancing experience at college? And do you see yourself dancing beyond college?
Absolutely.
I hope, yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so do you have any advice for students who might be in your position, who love dance, would like to continue it in college and beyond? Ananya, let's start with you.
I would definitely say I feel like you can always find someone else who loves classical dance. It might not be Bharatanatyam, but you can definitely find common ground. So that's what happened for me going to college. Yeah, and I would definitely say don't underrate the basics. Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Soumya?
I would say the same. Like, you can always find a venue to like pursue your passion, so you should definitely do that and enjoy yourself.
Anusha.
Yeah, I think the main thing is enjoying yourself, like Ananya said, because Soumya, but because it really helps strengthen your dancing, and it really shows when you dance.
Okay, what about you, Shanti?
Yeah, no, I think joining a dance team is really worth it. It's a really nice break from just the everyday college, like studying routine, and it's a really nice community to immerse yourself in as soon as you go to college.
Wonderful. I really had a wonderful time talking to all of you, and I hope our viewers enjoyed hearing from students of Bharatanatyam who have carried on through college with their passion for dance, and I hope that you will continue doing it beyond college as well, my girls. I hope you enjoyed our presentation today, and I look forward to seeing you all join us on the 4th Saturday of the next month for another episode of the World of Bharatanatyam. Until then, this is Lakshmi Swaminathan, Director of Natananjali School of Dance, based in Bethesda, Maryland, taking your leave. Namaskaram.
मन्ये त्वामिह माधवदैवं माया स्वीकृत मानुषभावम्